terms of spirit and soul and where you are, would you say that you're out of the spiritual closet?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, absolutely out of the spiritual closet. Like I have grown up with that my whole life. My mum taught us all sorts of spirituality, from Buddhist to Mormon to Christian to you name it, we've probably done it, as well as the psychic world and all this kind of stuff. And you kind of have grown up kind of cloak and dagger about it a little bit over the years, and now I'm just like, you know, it's such a rich experience to have grown up with a very diverse way of thinking, and I'm so thankful to my mum for that, because to be out of that spiritual closet, I would say, is very, very freeing. Yeah. Because then your soul can grow and you can just become big. And I mean, we all pray to whatever we want to, but when you are in unison with yourself and spirituality, and I mean, it's just incredible food to just go fully forward of who you are. Like, we can't go around like wounded birds all the time. Like, yawn, yuck. Who wants to go out with, a bird doesn't sit there and go, oh my God, I'm wounded. It gets up and flies. It doesn't sit there and still keep saying it's wounded. It flies. And I think it's enough of like saturating that kind of thing of going, overanalyzing. I overanalyze way too much, like very, very hard on myself. And I've got to teach myself, no, it's like, the tide's moving in and out, currents, just keep moving forward. Acknowledge of sadness or all these emotions that are fearful and scary, but I think I've learned to go, okay, I feel that, I mourn that, I'm sad about that, I'm fearful about that, that hurt, that made me sad, I need love in my life, whatever it is, and then just keep moving forward and allowing kind of the soul to unravel that kind of path that is so big and so infinite,
Like phases, like seasons, like everything, you've gone through good, bad all the time, and it's that never-ending evolution. How would you say, like, where you are now, with what you know, like, what do you wish you could tell the next generation of soul searchers that are coming through, that are exploring spirituality, that are maybe getting told that there's a right or wrong way, or...
I don't even think I need to give them advice. They're doing perfectly what they're doing. They're exploring. I went through a really hard time back in 2010, and I was sitting there, I had back surgery, myocarditis, and my kids were just leaving home. And I had a really awful time, and I was just like, what do I do now? What do I do? And then I realized I started putting pins everywhere I had gone in the world. And I couldn't even put, I've been to many places repeatedly and all that kind of stuff, but then I started looking out if that kind of was born to a beauty. But I was like, we are on this planet, like, it's like the biggest playground of like emotional and physical growth. Like, what are we doing? Sitting here talking about this when we've got that. And so that's what I would say, is to just explore and be the biggest sponge of just absorbing everything and taking it all in, because there is so much out there and so many incredible people that live in the backs of farms and on islands, and they hold some of the most profound statements, that I've ever come across, and they're superstars. So I would say just go be a big sponge